Alright, so I'm going to start by pulling the side of the case off by pulling the little lever at the top. Slides back, and then the case will fold down. Um, Go through, and you're going to begin by removing the blue SATA cord and the power cord from the hard drive. Those will pull out of the back, and then just unclip them from their holder right on the bottom of the DVD drive bracket. And you're just going to want to kind of pull them back so they're out of the way. Next up, I'll be removing the 4 screws from the heatsink, and the heatsink is what pulls all the heat off of the processor. So get those 4 screws out, and it's going to just kind of rock it to the side. It's got some adhesive on the processor between the heatsink and the processor that helps transfer heat better, and sometimes it can be a little sticky. So pull that off. Try not to get any dirt on it, and then that'll be off. As you go through, keep in mind that we're going to be doing this in reverse order to put it back together. Right now you're going to be pulling the power cord from the motherboard, so you're going to want to put that in. It's going to be in the lower left of the motherboard there. Next up, I'm removing the 4-pin connector from the motherboard, and that comes from the power supply, and helps to provide power to certain components on the motherboard. Next, I'm pulling the 24-pin power supply connector. You're just going to want to pull that up, and again try to put it out of the way so you've got a good area to work in. Now I'm removing the SATA cords for the DVD, the other end of the hard drive, and the orange one from the DVD drive as well. Next up, I've removed the LED wiring and the power button from the front of the computer. It's wired into the upper right corner of the motherboard. It's a little hard to pull out. It's got a little strap on there you can use to pull. Really make sure it gets pushed in there tight. Here it's just the wires are connected to the bottom of the power supply. It's just a holder to keep them out of the way when they get everything back together, but pull them out just to get everything out of your way. Next, you're going to remove the hard drive, and you can just pinch the 2 little connectors and it slides right out. It goes in real easy. Here you're going to want to push in on the little clip on the inside of the case, and that's going to pull out the locking device to keep all your add-on cards in. So this is only holding in the video card, though. A video card has a little clip down at the bottom left of it. I don't believe when you put it back in it'll be a problem, but it may be in the way, so just look for that little clip down on the bottom left that holds it in. Next, we're going to pull the fan. The fan has 2 clips, one kind of hidden on the back side there, and one on the top, or kind of the bottom side of it. So look for those clips. Make sure that they clip in when you put the fan back in. Going to remove now the LED cord, power button cord from the front of the computer. So that'll go in there too. Remember, those are kind of tough, so really might have to put some muscle into it. Next, I'm removing this screw from the side of the DVD drive, and this helps keep it stable in there. So once you get that out, there's a little clip that opens up the front of the case that comes off, and then you can slide the DVD drive right out. Next is the motherboard. There are 9 different screws. Take note here of where they're at. There's one in the lower left corner, one in the upper left corner, There are two in the middle of the bracket for the heatsink. Then there'll be one in the middle on the bottom side of the motherboard, one on the bottom right. I believe there are four actually on the right side of the motherboard in total. And then one kind of just down and left from the top upper right corner of the motherboard there. And for reference, when I say the bottom and top, the top would be closest to the power supply. So get those all out, put the screws in a little cup or something so they don't go rolling off the table. They're small and can be tough to find. Luckily the screws are all the same in this case, so you don't have to worry about which ones go where. Older cases used to have all kinds of different screws, and it was could be a challenge at times. Alright, so now that I've got that last screw out, the motherboard will lift right out. And now we have an empty case and a motherboard. So we've got two last parts to pull off. The first being the RAM. There's two sticks of RAM. You just undo the two clips on the side and that'll pull right out. So when you put it back in, you'll just slide it in there and push down real hard, and it should do those clips right back in. For the processor, on the right side there's a little lever. You have to unhook it and it slides up, and then the top bracket that holds it in will lift up and you can pull the processor out. If you're having any troubles at all, please contact me and we can get things straightened out for you. Maybe through a video chat or something, so I can help walk you through it. So good luck with your case building. I hope you enjoy this project.